Hello, welcome to the highest meaning of life. Today our topic is evolution. What, how, and why. First of all, let's see when we use the term evolution. What is evolution? We know generally evolution is a process that results in changes in the genetic material of a population over time. Now the question is evolution is the name of only changes or something else? I mean, evolution is not merely change, but it brings novel qualities and higher behavior. So today we have to see this topic, evolution. What is the evolution? How does it occur, or how does it happen, and why does evolution happen according to Devatma school of thought? In the highest meaning of life, there are the three chapters, especially on evolution. The first is truth cannot be lost, evolution. And the next chapter is evolutionary naturalism in Devatma. And third, which is very important, Devatma given the philosophy not only on the biological level but in the cultural evolution also. Keep the doors open, the human evolution. So these three chapters give the detailed summary of Devatma's perspective on the evolution, what, how, and why. So as generally we know the meaning of evolution, so that is not more important. Now main topic is how does evolution happen. For that we know Darwin's theory is the most accurate theory up to latest. No matter that time genetic science was not there, but we can't ignore the facts of this scientific theory. We can add some points, no doubt. Even Devatma also added some points when he described the theory of evolution. So according to the Darwin, in his book on the origin of species, he describes 5 main points. What are they? Number 1 is organisms produce more offspring from actually survive. Next point is every organism must struggle to survive. And next point is there is variation within a species. Next point is some variations allow members of a species to survive and reproduce better than others. And the last point is organisms that survive and reproduce, pass the traits of suffering, and the helpful traits gradually appear in more and more of the population. So, Devatma added some points, because evolution is not only the change. For Devatma, the universe is law bound. Darwin proposes his fundamentals without reference to values. For Darwin, the emergence of destructive animals is as much a case of evolution as useful animals. So, let us see what Devatma says about this point. Devatma states, new quality emerge themselves which exhibit new laws of behavior. And evolution is not directed by a single value of survival. When Darwin interprets the facts of evolution is purely biological terms, that is, chance variation occur in species. Those variation in a species which are helpful for adjustment with the physical environment persist in the course of time and give rise to new species. The new species is the fittest but not the best. Even the Herbert Spencer says survival of the fittest. Devatma says the new species is the fittest but not the perfect or the best. There is a one value which explains the rise and persistence of species, that is the capacity to meet the challenge of physical environments. So, in brief, we can say Devatma describes two processes of the evolution. One is evolutionary and another is devolutionary. The species which are beneficial, useful for others is the part of evolutionary, and the species which is baneful, harmful is the part of destructive or devolutionary process. So, those who survive are perfect. This is right or wrong, it does not come in the criteria of Devatma. Survival is different things and perfectionism is completely different. Okay. Again Devatma says man could have survived even if he had not evolved these higher capacity of cognition and conduct. So, I hope you can understand the difference between survival and perfectionism. Why should evolution give rise to a species that shows some capacity for truth, goodness and beauty? This is question mark. The evolutionary process shows direction towards bringing forth a species with an increasing capacity for understanding and learning, therefore leading to man with the capacity for values of truth, goodness and beauty besides the value of survival. In fact, or in short, I can say goodness is a condition for survival. There is no conflict between survival and goodness. So again Devatma clarified this point. The evolutionary process is the process of the survival of the species or groups which contribute to goodness, truth and beauty. So I hope Devatma perspective is not only based on the biological perspective, but on the based of cultural and value perspective also. Again Devatma described why does evolution happen. This is, we can say, it's a very philosophical topic. So there is a direction of nature. Direction of nature means there is a process of evolution which brings the highest values in its process, the values of sublimation. So Devatma clarified this point, that no matter life has evolved certain chemicals and physical conditions, so highly evolved species or genius is the sublimation of biological urges and interpersonal or infrapersonal relationships on the basis of truth and goodness. So when we talk about the direction of nature, without knowing the direction of nature, we can't understand why does evolution happen. So Devatma explained in his philosophy that human evolution concerns the health, strength and growth of human life force. So in brief, I would say Devatma describes the evolution in the perspective of the biological, cultural evolution, plus he added the values perspective also. Without knowing the values perspective, the facts of evolution is the half knowledge. When we add facts and values both, we can see every perspective of this knowledge. In the end, I would say some of the people alive today will become the first in history who can honestly say they know the highest evolved species of human being, which is complete love of truth, goodness and beauty. So this complete love of truth, goodness and beauty is also the journey of evolution. In the next chapter, we will see in details how Devatma, given the different environment, different effects, prabhav of truth, goodness and beauty, where we can see the highest level of evolution, which is the cultural evolution. So every single person who died before Devatma was ignorant of highly evolved human species, which is Dev Jivan, because they knew nothing of sublime life. But everyone alive now, having deserving life force, can know the truth about sublime life and its intrinsic and extrinsic beauty. So until the next video, stay curious. Thank you.